Adventure upon all the tickets in the lottery, and you lose for certain. And the greater the number of your tickets, the nearer your approach to this certainty. This is one of those cases in which the imagination is baffled by the facts. Little else is requisite to carry a state to the highest degree of opulence from the lowest barbarism, but peace, easy taxes, and a tolerable administration of justice, all the rest being brought about by the natural course of things. Poor David Hume is dying fast, but with more real cheerfulness and good humor, and with more real resignation to the necessary course of things, than any whining Christian ever died with pretended resignation to the will of God. The real and effectual discipline which is exercised over a workman is that of his customers. It is the fear of losing their employment which restrains his frauds and corrects his negligence. I have never known much good done by those who affected to trade for the public good. Defense is superior to opulence. Resentment seems to have been given us by nature for a defense, and for a defense only. It is the safeguard of justice and the security of innocence. The theory that can absorb the greatest number of facts, and persist in doing so, generation after generation, through all changes of opinion and detail, is the one that must rule all observation. The greatest improvement in the productive powers of labor, and the greater part of the skill, dexterity, and judgment with which it is anywhere directed or applied, seem to have been the effects of the division of labor. A criminal is a person with predatory instincts who has not sufficient capital to form a corporation. Most government is by the rich, for the rich. Government comprises a large part of the organized injustice in any society, ancient or modern. Nothing is more graceful than habitual cheerfulness. No society can surely be flourishing and happy, of which by far the greater part of the numbers are poor and miserable. The interest of businessmen is always in some respects different from, and even opposite to, that of the public. The proposal of any new law or regulation of commerce which comes from this order ought never to be adopted till after having been long and carefully examined, with the most suspicious attention. It comes from an order of men who have generally an interest to deceive and even oppress the public. But avarice and ambition in the rich, in the poor the hatred of labor and the love of present ease and enjoyment, are the passions which prompt to invade property, passions much more steady in their operation and much more universal in their influence. Wherever there is great property, there is great inequality. For one very rich man, there must be at least 500 poor, and the affluence of the few supposes the indigence of the many. It is not very unreasonable that the rich should contribute to the public expense, not only in proportion to their revenue, but something more than in that proportion. Every individual is continually